What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Travis. Of course, this is TWA Motorsports, and today, yeah, we did buy something else, but I think it'll make a little bit more sense when we get out there and talk about it, kind of what my initial thoughts were, and boy, did they change really quickly. But no, guys, I did not bring another one in to take the place of anything or to work on two of them at the same time, even though I will do a few things to this. Anyway, like, my initial thoughts were wrong. But I did buy something else, and as you can tell from the thumbnail, it is another Yukon. Did I need another Yukon? No, I definitely didn't. But guys, I bought it ridiculously cheap. And it was so cheap, in fact, that I don't even want to say how cheap I bought it. Because my initial thoughts, and I even started a video on this before I even picked this thing up, was that I was going to sell this one. Because initially, when I bought this, I wanted white. I wanted white so bad. And the one I went to look at when I bought this one was white. It was just a turd, though. And they wanted ridiculous money, even though it was low mileage. But I really wanted white. And so my initial thoughts were, the pictures on this one looked really great. And it was really cheap. So I thought it was probably too good to be true. But I drove down anyway, and my suspicion was right. It wasn't quite as nice. And we're going to go around it, look at it, talk about some of the things that are wrong with it. But this one's an 04, this one's an 05. The 05 here is an SLE, so it is cloth. Doesn't have the center console, has the no captain's chairs in the middle and no third row. And so this guy is an SLT, so it's got leather, the console, the captain's chairs in the middle, third row. Even though I don't use the third row, I'd rather have this configuration in this thing, which I may do if I can find a good center leather seat or somebody to swap me out. This one is just, it's that much nicer. And so I'm just gonna live with the color here. It's kind of growing on me a little bit. I still don't love it. Would I rather have a really nice, I'd rather have this one in white, absolutely. But I don't want really tan interior on this, and a lot of the white ones are tan interior. This one is actually gray, but it's cloth. So either way, guys, between 04 and 05, there's a couple differences. For one, in the last video I showed you, I put this little lip on the bottom, which was on the 05 and 06 model. So that you could see this one has that. One other thing I noticed is, you see where the tow hooks are closed out on this one? You cannot order that new, otherwise I would have ordered that. And the other thing is, that one's not in like stellar shape. I mean, it's in decent shape, it's not broke or anything, but this one's brand new, and so I'm not going to swap them over just because of that. This one doesn't look bad, it just does look nicer when they're closed out like that. But other changes from 04 to 05 where they put in TPMS sensors, which the only reason I know that is one of them's bad here and the light's on in the dash, amongst other lights, which we'll talk about. But and then 04 didn't have electric fans. They actually started putting electric fans on them in 05. So this one does have electric fans, so you don't hear that really loud clutch fan like you hear on this thing, which, guys, eventually we are going to do a electric fan swap on this. I have electric fans out of one of these, and I'm going to be putting that on eventually. But man, the ding in my hood right there really stands out right here where I'm standing. But other than that, guys, like I said, I'm going to walk you around it, talk about some of the things that are wrong with it. Like I said, the original goal was to like fix this one and sell this one, but since this one's so rough and needs so much more, I just don't think it's worth it. I think I'm just going to fix a couple things that's wrong with it, maybe keep it around here to, like, for my son to pull the lawnmower, and maybe drive it while I'm dropping this one, and then it'll probably get sold. And if I can sell it and make some money, which I think that I can once I fix a few things, it'll be worth it. And the other thing I told you guys in this last video on this one, I found a grill option. This is my grill option. This one's not cracked, it's in good shape. So even if I got the grill for free and a few other parts swapped between the two and sold this for break even, it would be worth it to me, because that grill just by itself is like $250 to $300. But anyway, let's talk about some of the things that are wrong with it that's kept me from selling this one and going here. The leather is really not that big a deal. We could probably, we could put a leather kit. This one needs some fixing on the leather anyway, so that's not that big a deal. But when you come to the bodywork, guys, this one, you could see this was not in the pictures. At least I couldn't see it in the pictures until I got there. So a pretty good ding there that the paint's rubbed off. Obviously the mirror cap got popped at some point and broke it, and then it also broke the mirror, which it doesn't have turn signal mirrors. That is something that I would have added had we chose to go this route. The door handles are really starting to peel. White is really bad. I don't know if you guys noticed these spots here. These white Yukons, Sierras, Silverados, stuff like that in this generation were really bad about starting to peel. I don't know if it's something in the paint makeup, but like in the early 90s, that was a problem with the like C10s and stuff, like my truck inside the OBS trucks. But another thing, we get to the back, this has been crunched before, guys, and somebody did some shade tree body work. It's not really shaped the way it's supposed to be, and they put a hard tape line right here so they didn't have to blend up, and it looks like it was painted with a brush. It's not, it probably doesn't show up on camera and it's dirty, but that's something there. And then when you go around to the other side, the bumper has been, obviously they backed into something, bent the bumper and pushed it in here. But with all that being said, I did, just out of curiosity, take it to my body shop, my body guy, and he said, yeah, I can fix that stuff relatively easy. We can blend out there and clear the whole quarter, or we can put a tape line kind of similar to they did, but actually make the bodywork look nice. I don't know. It just seemed to me like more than it was worth, to be honest with you guys. I think it's better off like just getting it running great and then selling it. But when I say running great, I did drive this thing 2.5 hours home. So, you know, it ran on the way home, but I will tell you that it does have every single light in the dash on. And I think that's why they sold it so cheap. I didn't take my scanner with me when I bought it because the thing ran and drove, and I thought, well, we'll take the chance. But listen to how loud it is. You hear? Sounds like a tractor, and it's not running great. You can see, I'll flip through these. You can see the airbag light will stay on. You got service airbag, we've got service brake system, the brake lights on, the ABS lights on, the service engine lights on. It's got a whole lot of stuff going on, guys. When I scanned the codes, I got home and scanned it, it's got an error for which the light flashed at me on my drive home, and my wife told me it was smoking because it was running rich, but the light was flashing, so that means it was misfiring. I got a misfire code, like a P0300. I got a, what was the other one? Oh, a knock sensor. And I also got an evap solenoid, or an evap issue. So those were the codes that were in it. But like I said, it did drive home. And I think that I will put some knock sensors in it. I'll show you guys a video when I do that, because I think the intake gasket is part of the problem that we're leaking. It's pretty common in these 5.3s where the intake gasket's so bad and it runs kind of rough, because it'll run rough early, and then it seems like it smooths out the more you drive it. So I don't know, we'll just, I think, like I said, I'll think we'll fix a few things, but all in all, you know, the interior's in decent shape. It's got some stains here and there, but the carpet, no rips in the carpet. Somebody has sewn this up at some point, but the seats are in decent condition. It doesn't have the console. It's got the flip up, like similar to what the trucks had, and then also has, like I said, the this configuration in the center, which I really wish that mine had that, especially since I'm not using the third row in mine. I would really like to have this setup. So if I can find a leather setup in good shape, I will probably swap mine out to this style. I just like it a lot better. The headliner has been replaced at one point. I don't think I'm going to go to the trouble of yanking the headliner out of this one and mine and swapping them, though. Mine's not that bad. It's just in a couple spots that it's bad. And then, like I said, guys, it is a non-third row, so it's got quite a bit of room back here in the back, and you could see that it's in pretty decent shape. There's some stains, of course, but all in all, like the plastics, no breaks in the plastic or anything. Everything seems to work. All the windows seem to roll down. AC works, heat works. So I think just getting a few of those lights off on the dash, I don't know that I'll go necessarily as far as messing with the ABS stuff or the airbag one, unless they're relatively simple fixes. I'm pretty sure that the ABS and brake one is maybe a ABS sensor, like in a wheel cylinder, because sometimes it won't even turn on until I start to move. It could be a potential clock spring or something like that, but like I said, I don't know that I'm going to dig that deep into it. I think what we'll do is get it running somewhat decent, and then maybe, like I said, keep it around here, rob a couple parts off it here and there, swap parts between the two, get the good parts over to this one behind me, and then, you know, maybe leave it here for my son to pull the lawnmower with or something. I don't know. And then maybe I just sell it. chances are I'll probably sell it, guys. But another reason why it's so loud, it does have a MagnaFlow muffler on it. The cats have been taken off, but the problem is when they took the cats off, they just put a piece of flex pipe in there. So I'm not getting any issues when I scanned it with the O2 sensors, but chances are it's got to be leaking, but it may be far enough away from that O2 sensor that it's not causing a problem. When I rolled under it, I was just astounded at why somebody would use that flexible pipe. It literally looks like what you would hook your dryer up in your house with. But I think that's all there is I could tell you, guys. Like I said, it really wasn't, initially it was a plan to keep and sell this one, but after like looking at it and thinking of all the stuff that would have to go into it, like if I spent, let's say, $1,000 or $1,500 or $2,000 to get all the paint issues fixed, I just don't think it's worth it. It's got 214,000 miles. This one's only got 163. This one is nicer. It just is. It's just not white. And you guys know that I love white vehicles. I've had a abundance of white vehicles on the channel. It just, in my opinion, they just look so nice when they're like lowered with a nice set of wheels, tinted windows, clean. I just love that look. But let me know what you guys think of this thing. You think that I should show you a couple videos? In fact, you know what, I'm not even gonna ask, because I'm gonna show you a couple videos on the few things that I think I'm gonna try to do to get it running good. But you think I should like keep it around? Do you think I should sell it? I really don't need this many in my life. I think that this is the best avenue to go, but let me know what you guys think about that. Do you think I should sell this one and continue with this one? Like I said, after having them both, I think this is the better option, but let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. But if you guys are enjoying this MBS stuff, I know a lot of you guys are. I don't want this to take away from anything that I'm doing in the shop. I don't want to build two of these at the same time. So if ultimately I did decide to build the white one, I would probably start in the same spot. So I'd go ahead and take the roof rack off, get everything done to get it to the point this one is, and then start from there. But I just don't think I'm gonna do it, guys. But let me know if you guys are enjoying it, like I said, down below. If you guys are not subscribed, go down there and hit that subscribe button. Of course, like always, ring that bell icon. That notifies you every single time we drop a new video. And stay tuned to see what we work on next.